Some very creative installation methods have taken place here today. Let me show you where this trunking's been installed rather than setting it. A block of wood's just been put in there. For the bends, the brickwork just cut out. Looks better, to be fair. More blocks of wood, but they've even made the effort to shape it. So I quite like this. A couple of months ago, I was here ripping out some old electrics, and I explained that I was going to be upgrading this board to a 3-phase one and installing loads of new stuff. Well, I'm back to do it. And while I've been away, my client has decided to install all of the containment himself. Let's have a look at how good a job he's done. A couple of rooms have also been built and they've been partially conduited. Is that a word? Sort of conduit's been installed in them. So we have this little room here where we have a conduit dropped there with nothing on the bottom, and in the other corner we're going to have to use these like MK dust proof sockets for in here. The next room, more sockets and some lights, and then this final room, amazingly no lights requested, but I might do it anyway, to be honest. Inside all the socket boxes we have RM1, which stands for ring main 1, I guess. So that's all on the outside, which we're going to wire, and then ring main 2 inside there. We've got a 3-phase compressor going in as well. And this room here, somehow, for some reason, I don't know how yet, it's been disconnected, and I didn't do that. So we need to work out how to fix this. So I'm going to be here over the next few days, trying to get as much done as I possibly can. It's going to be a bit of an ongoing project, so make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see the finished install. New lighting going in. I've got like a bit of a crazy drawing that's been left for me, and I've got instructions here on these lights to lower some, raise some, replace some. This job's been done clearly on another budget. I seem to end up on commercial jobs, it's always on the budget, and they do as much as they can, which is fine, I get it. And then hopefully tomorrow or at the end of the week, my 3-phase board is coming, and I'm going to install that and show you how I do that, and we'll see how we get on. I'm wiring all the power in singles here. These are singles if you're not sure, it's just single core cables, single insulated. And in all my other videos, I always use my Rumpotech. I don't have a cable horse with me, but I have this and I have this, and I'm going to do this and then see what it's like with the singles. I've not tried this before, so Rumpotech review for singles coming up. Kick test complete. My first job of the day is to take down all of this trunking, and believe me, there is a lot of it. As you can see, there's quite a lot of trunking bits here, which is why I've numbered them all up, so I'm not wasting time later on trying to work out which bit goes where. I think this is going to work very well because they're all together and one doesn't move loosely, if that makes sense, so they're hopefully going to all unreel together, apart from the blues going in the other direction. So I'm going to turn it round because things like that just niggle me. I need to put some knee pads on. Now, I haven't worked on building sites in a very long time, so I do things the way that I remember from when I was on those sites. And to stop my singles falling out, we used to just put a little bit of conduit in there and jam it in. And also it allows the cables to run around smoothly, but there may be a better way or a tool that's better for this. Now, if there is such a product or a thing, let me know in the comments below, because I like learning new things and I don't have the opportunity to bounce off other people to work with anymore. So you guys are my work fellow friends. So let me know. Need some grips. There we go, that's better. I'm on my final run back from the furthest socket to the other socket to complete the ring main, and it's a fair old run, and I've pulled this much cable out. And I don't know if it's going to be enough to get to my furthest socket. Oh no. Oh no! That is how close I was. I'm missing that much. Never mind, eh? It doesn't matter how long you've been a Sparky, this is always gonna happen. Where are my cutters? Ah! Big stretch, mobile phones ringing again. Hello, can I help you? It's day 2 and I don't really have enough time to complete this job. So I need to reveal to you the game plan. I need to install conduit for the lighting in here, and in here. Even though they don't want lighting in here, I'm doing it anyway, at least an emergency light. And I've been instructed to use as many materials as possible that's been left behind. So I have 2 buckets here with some bits of conduit in it and more conduit and bends. I need to work this out, work out what I need and get myself to the wholesalers to get everything else. I hope you like the dramatics of this that I've tried to do. Let's do it. Problem number 1. So basically, where I haven't installed any of this conduit so far, conduit's been run for the socket drops and I've got to pick up some lights and I'm going to chop into this conduit, but where this has been put so high up to the ceiling, there's no way I can do everything. So I need to take this length of conduit out and do some crazy sets in order to get this bit done. And this is the problem when people do like their own sort of thing. You're kind of wasting a little bit of time trying to work out how to do the rest of it when they couldn't work out how to do it in the first place, which is why they left it for me. And now I'm in a position where I'm taking it back out in order to do it properly. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm just being a little bit harsh here. My customer done actually a fantastic job with the trunking and the conduit that he did install. So hats off to him. What I've decided to do here is install the light switches for these rooms on the outside, and I'm going to be conduiting through the wall, and I'll show you a little bit later on in the video how I do that and make sure everything is sealed up. Now because I'm putting all the switches on the outside, that's why I've conduited straight through this timber to make sure that, and as you've hopefully seen, PVC conduit is very easy to manipulate. But what I'm doing is leaving this loose at the minute, basically because in one of the other units, we're reusing all of the light fittings because that one's basically getting moved into here. So I've got to leave conduit long like that because we're reusing the switches, the lot, everything is possible. So it's a bit of back and forth for this job. What I've done, that first initial bit, I've done some sets like that, which means I can pick up that for the light and then I reset it back down to continue. And then here we have 1, 2, 3 points. We're going to have conduit going into light fittings here, but they're still in use in the other room. So we're going to leave coils of cable here. And now I've basically got to mirror that in there. And there you have it, both rooms done, lots of sets in the conduit, but honestly in this unit I just keep finding lots of random stuff. I have never seen so many hop-ups anywhere. I found a load and I'm just going to utilise them for pulling in my cables. I've got my first one here at this station for this bit of the pool, my second one here for this bit of the pool, my next one here so I can pull cables here, and then around here. What is that? 1, 2, 3, then through here, there's number 4. There's my little giant steps, which are awesome by the way. That's 5, 6, and 7. That is going to save me carrying steps everywhere. I'm just trying to make this as easy as possible since I'm doing all of this on my own. Right, you see this? Looks like a bird's nest. It's not, don't panic. All you need to do is find the end of the bird's nest, which is these ones here, the brown and the blue and the green yellow, and you pull them through, okay? And then what you'll find is that it will all untangle itself. Like that, like that. And like that, all gone. You're welcome. Am I gonna have enough cable? Oh, definitely not. I'm about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters short. I found a microwave in one of these rooms. I don't know if it's going to be any good. But it saved me half an hour on my lunchbox thing. Let's see if it works. Oh, power. Is it clean? Yeah, probably do. That smells. Oh, it smells a bit. No, I'm not using that. No, it's a bit too grim for my liking. Wise choice, I think. Wise choice. While I resort back to the warm-up lunchbox, I'm going to carry on putting in some cables, and then I have a serious question to ask you. And I don't know if I'm being done over or not. Let me know in the comments below. So I have a question for you. I've literally just been pulling in this ring main, as you've seen. But look at this. All my cables are the same length everywhere. Let me show you. You've already seen this, but look, same lengths everywhere. So how is it that this blue drum has only got that much left on it compared to my brown and my green yellow? Has anyone ever actually measured this before? Or am I getting done over? Hi, I've been away for a couple of days at the installer show. That was all right. I'm back in now. I've only got half a day left, but we're onto the lighting now. It's an emergency light fitting, which hasn't been taken into account. Ba ba ba. So I need to work out how I'm going to get a light here. The trouble I have is this trunking's been put here, which is fine, but it's quite close to this. So getting your sets on the conduit is a little bit of a pain, but now I'm up here, it's going to be okay, I'm sure. Oh, that's an issue. I need an angle bit. Oh, this is too tight. I can't get the bend here that I want. There's not enough space. So I'm gonna revisit this with some flexible conduit, I think. That's the only way I'm gonna do it. Because I'm just not happy with it going off like that. And there just isn't the room. That's like all I can get. When that is the width of the timber, then I need some angle. And this is like my bending area. It's just not enough. And it comes up to about there. So when it goes in, it's going to be like that. Don't work. And then what we're going to have is an emergency key switch here at the new board once I've installed it. If you've never wired in singles before, this is where it's going to get a little bit interesting for you, because unlike twin and earth, where you have a neutral down at the switch on a 2-plate system, you don't need that when you're wiring in singles. Because if you remember, when you do that with twin and earth, all you do is connect to block up the neutrals. So in this case, we're only taking the neutral to the light fittings, taking a permanent or the brown all the way down to the switch, then taking another permanent from that switch all the way back to the next switch to feed that one, and then another brown from this switch to these light fittings for the switch line, and an earth at every point as well. So the difference really mainly here is we're not taking a neutral to the switch. So I have found a little bit of an issue with the Rumpotech and the singles. If you have to pull off 1 or 2 of the cores and not the others, I've been away for a few days and my customer's getting a little bit restless. So I need to crack on, get this board ripped out and install this new one quickly. Ba, 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 ba. I need a T-piece for my trunking, don't have one. So I'm improvising and I'm just gonna make one or make something. And there we go. Offset. Beautiful. I've just ran around and blitzed all these outside sockets. So they're all on now, on. So I'm going to bang it on quickly and get these sockets on. A quick run around with a martindale. I need to get some second fixing done. I have two sorts of lights here. I have 4-foot emergency IP65 non-corrosive light fittings and non-emergency ones. And that is because inside these rooms, it's a very sort of dusty environment. So I'm using IP65 to make sure none of that dust gets inside the fittings. What I'm doing here is measuring out the width of the room. There's no point me trying to do it at the ceiling, it's exactly the same, and this is the easier way of doing it because the tape measure just flops all over the place. Anyway, now it's time to get all of these lights installed. The one closest to the door is going to be an emergency light fitting. These are those light switches on the outside with the conduit as we spoke about earlier, and don't forget the emergency light fitting by the exit as well. This is the light fitting that I'm installing in that little room. This room where I said earlier they didn't want a light and I was doing it anyway, we've agreed we're putting one in. But that room's not going to be used very often. So it's one of those places where it has the potential for the light switch to be left on. So this is an emergency integral microwave sensor light fitting. Basically, it's going to work on motion. Brilliant. That's broken. And I'm using this whisker flexible coping. Let's check that all of the lights work. Green neon. They work. They work. And finally, my microwave light. That works and gives off an awful lot of light actually, that one light. That'll do. These MK sockets I'm installing are IP65 and they're the MK Master Seal Plus, and they're the best ones that I have personally come across when it comes to an IP65 socket anyway, but they are the most expensive also. Now I've finished installing all of the conduit, the final thing to do is install all of the gaskets and the box lids. And the last thing that I want to get done today is get the lights working in here again. And I found the problem. There are the supplies for the water heater and the lighting, and I need to install some conduit all the way around to my trunking, which I don't have with me today. So I'll do that tomorrow. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been supporting my channel over the last couple of months. And that includes Victor. Greetings from Bucharest. I love your content and your energy. You are really inspiring. Wishing you the best of luck for the future endeavours. Victor, thank you so much. I didn't realise we were covering Bucharest. That's incredible. Adam bought 3 coffees. That's so generous. Thank you so much. Dear Adam, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for all the amazing content you create. Your videos are always inspiring, entertaining and full of positive energy. You've made a real difference in my life and I'm truly grateful for the time and effort you put into everything you do. Please keep doing what you love. You have a real gift and so many people, including myself, truly appreciate it. Wishing you continued success and happiness. Best regards, Adam Mells. Thank you so much. Message like that inspire me, so thank you. You inspire me. Amar Shah bought a coffee. Thank you so much. Love the content, inspire me for a future electrician. And I really hope it works out for you. Gary Wright bought a coffee. Thank you so much, Gary, top man. At Blink2105 bought 3 coffees. Again, super generous. Thank you so much. Brilliant content with the highest standards. I'm no spark, but love watching your videos. Find it incredible that people who aren't electricians are enjoying these videos, which is just words are beyond me, so thank you. David Franks bought you a coffee. Thank you, David. Great content and great work from one spark to another. Keep up with the brilliant and honest content and enjoy your brew and me. Thank you so much, David. I certainly will. You're a legend. Scott Collins bought you a coffee. Scott, top man. Love your videos, mate. From one spark to another, keep up the good work. Thank you, Scott. You keep it up too. Someone bought you a coffee. Thank you, someone. Mark Jacobs bought you a coffee. Mark Jacobs, thank you so much. Revolution EV, Keith bought you a coffee. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Keith. Someone again bought me a coffee. You're an absolute legend. You're a legend. Dwayne McNaus, sorry if I said that wrong, bought you a coffee. Love your videos, legend. Dwayne, you're a legend. You. And Gen X Sparky, Phil, I know who you are, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Enjoy your coffee, mate. I will have a coffee, Nero, while watching your next video. Absolute legends. I really appreciate that. It makes a massive difference and inspires me to carry on making content. So once again, thanks very much. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to my channel.